Wake up with determination. Go to bed with satisfaction. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Not really the price we wanted to see, but correction's healthy, right? Coming in at 10,500. I don't really like the fact that we broke down below the 10,700, 800 area, but hey, I don't know. We got Tone Base saying that we're going to be going really low. A lot of people saying that right here, this is probably the bottom. If you're looking to get back in before the market goes back up because you got all the way out, possibly might want to be thinking about that. But I'm not here for financial advice. I'm holding all my money in Bitcoin. I'm standing on the sidelines with it in Bitcoin still because you know what? I know that Bitcoin is the future. I know that we're going to $1 million and beyond. And you know who's here holding and believing with me? My co-host, Sammy.
Good evening, everyone.
How are you, Samantha?
I was yawning. I'm okay.
You're yawning. You been enjoying your day off today? I mean, everybody went to work and you're getting to hang out at home. Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way about your day off, Samantha. I know, cryptocurrency price, you must have been refreshing our block portfolio or something. Would you mind pulling up that coin paprika so we can all take a look at these cryptocurrency markets, see if we're possibly turning around anytime soon and what's going to be happening? Got a little bit of news to be going over today. Got a little bit of stuff going on with the channel. But besides that, we're continuing to keep steamrolling along. So if you guys wouldn't mind showing the channel a little bit of love and hitting that thumbs up button, possibly sharing it out.
All right, refreshed. And we have people in the chat. I saw it.
You saw it. That's amazing. I love it that you guys come over here and check us out, right? As we're just trying to talk about Bitcoin, spread a little bit of awareness, take a look at this stuff together. Did you refresh it?
I did.
All right. So we got Bitcoin coming in at $10,518. We're down almost another 4%, 3.91. Not amazing, but I mean, come a long way since where we were at the bottom, right? I know that we're going to go back upwards. Are we going to slide down to something crazy like 6? I mean, worse things have happened. So shake that magic 8 ball, right? You can never tell what's going to happen with Bitcoin and these crazy cryptocurrency markets. But I know that I'm going to continue believing that something has to be done about the US dollar, right? That fiat cash is broken, that the Central Reserve has gone unchecked and unaccounted for a long time, continuing to just print off money. So when you got good money like Bitcoin and bad money like the US dollar bill, I mean, you get good money over bad money. You spend the bad money, you collect the good money. So as these people are collecting the good money, which now we're starting to see institutional investors, right? We're starting to see public interest again as Google trends are up. I know I'm spending cash and not Bitcoin. All right, we got that BTC dominance, 60 over 60. Not bad at all. Overall market cap down 2.3%, looking at $308 billion. We got Ethereum at $290, still below that $300 mark, down 0.87. It's going to get up there talking about a bull rally here. I mean, I'd like to see it. I mean, been a while since we've seen Ethereum back up at $1,000. We've seen, what was it yesterday? Blueprint plans, I guess you'd call it, for Zero, the upgrade that's supposed to be coming out here in 2020. What do we got here? We got XRapid, 40.3 cents. It's up 1.45%. We got Litecoin at $120, down only 0.4%. Not bad at all. Let's see if we can turn that around. I mean, I think it has another pump in it. I think that we're not going to pass through the halvening here at $120. So we got Bitcoin Cash, $414, up 2.11%. EOS, $5.93. Staying well above your support line of $5.50, Samantha. Heading back towards the $7 target range you like it at.
Oh, look at all those words you put in there.
I know. But I mean, your range is pretty huge. I mean, you got like $1.50.
Yep, $5.50 to $7.
That's up 3.5%. BNB token, $32. I mean, we have not seen this thing drop below the $30 mark since it has made it to the other side. Tether's at $1.
Definitely been a minute.
Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, $193. Cardano, 8.3 cents. And Tron, 3.2 cents. Take a look at Steam back dollar real quick.
Steam back
dollar. $1. That's not bad at all. I usually like to see it $1 with tax, but at the same time, they're telling us that altcoins are at value. So, are we getting ready for an altcoin pump? Possibly. Still shaking that magic 8-ball over here. All right. As you guys can see, dun 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 dun, we are back at it once again. I mean, unfortunately, during the middle of the last event is when we got our strikes and got our 3-week punishment from YouTube for being too awesome. So that was Sunset Music Festival. I mean, it was a great time. I tried to broadcast live from it.
That's when we found out.
That's about when we found out. So looking at doing something a little different. Actually looking at getting up out of the state of Florida this time. Heading to the Ozark.
Crazy.
In Arkansas. Right? 4 days camping. I mean, I think we can do this for about the same price range. The only thing is that, like, I wish we had more flyers, because I think with 4 days and I think with camping and everybody, I think not only would we be able to get interviews, not only will we be able to broadcast live from the event, but we can pass out flyers 24/7.
I mean,
well, you know what I mean? Like, every single day, all day long, before the event, after the event, during the event, as long as there's daylight and I'm not feeling weird about walking up on some people.
I mean, I don't know. They were saying that the music is supposed to be literally from like early afternoon all the way to just after sunrise. So, I mean, that is a good, 18 hours or something that most people will be awake.
I threw a couple dollars in here. I had to kick it off, right? Everybody has to contribute a little bit.
The Coinbase,
It's the carbon offset of cryptocurrencies.
This was my learning of all of the stupid yes.
All right. So let me stop the screen share. Let me pop out the backyard. Let me pop up the chat.
Woohoo.
All right. Let me get back out here. All right. If you guys are looking for that, I did not put a link to that on the YouTube. You have to come over to my Twitter in order to find the link to that tally fund. I don't want to strike. Like, we're really trying hard not to get that last strike. We don't want to lose our YouTube channel. We want to be able to keep getting out here and broadcasting to you guys. We got until the end of August before, the strikes come off with their 90-day period. So we would appreciate anything you can go ahead and give or donate to the channel. If you want to do a different altcoin or something, please talk to me privately via my help desk, eugene420@gmail.com, or you can hit me up at Twitter. There's also the super chats. I really am not a big fan of them. I mean, they help. That's amazing. I appreciate getting them. I just don't like how YouTube takes a third of it. Right? I'd much rather have you give it to like PayPal, so that way we get it all directly or whatever, and it's capable. You know what I mean? It's like, do you want to donate to an organization where they put half in their pocket, or would you rather donate to an organization where the whole dollar makes it to Africa or whatever? Well, I would like to see your guys' dollar make it to the flyers and help make us actually get there, and not YouTube to get a little fatter off it.
Yeah, we don't tip anybody. So, I mean, really, YouTube didn't even do nothing.
Well, we don't have to get a motel room because we're camping. We have our own vehicle, which is capable of driving there and back.
Yeah, and it's big enough to camp in.
Right. It's a Ford Freestyle. So I think that's it's
a big enough one.
Yeah. And we got all kinds of camping gear. I didn't know if I had actually shown everybody. This is the flyer that we actually went and passed out.
But only like
once.
Yeah.
So this is the flyer that we did last time. I like that embedded QR code, right? The simplicity of it. This time with the lettering, the symbols, and the hashtag Bitcoin and coffee, people are capable of coming and finding us if they want extra help. So I'll move off of all of that.
I don't know. I think we should go with a nature one again.
I don't know. I just know that I'm going to have to pump it a little more than I did last time. We ran short. We weren't capable of getting all the funding that we needed and getting all the flyers that we wanted. The first 2 events went over fantastic. Third one, I'm going to blame it on the bear market, but I won't be able to do that this time around. Only person I can blame it on is this guy right here, right? Because point blame out there. It never works.
All right.
So who do we got in the chat? What do we got going on? I got some news to cover. I'm happy. I'm excited. Price may be down, but you know what? It's always a sunny day at Bitcoin because it's part of the revolution. We're changing the world. We're going to make it a better place. And I don't care what anybody says.
All right. So Bitcoin Hunter is here. He says hello. Paul Rouleau is here. He
Thank
says,
you.
Good evening.
Oh, Paul Rouleau, my man.
Bitcoin Jake is here.
Jake, buddy. Nice.
Sky Flyer is here. Bitcoin Jake says, why is nobody still really talking about LTC?
I don't know. Maybe this one's going to be the silent sleeper and it's just going to roll up to the halvening. And on the other side, everyone's going to be like, wait, what happened? There's no more Litecoin coming out.
Sky Flyer says Friday was the end of the second quarter, so I am sure there was profit taking. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm yawning.
I mean, Bitcoin price is reflecting it. So I do expect big things. You know what I mean? We are getting closer to our Bitcoin halvening, right? Can't hold a good Bitcoin down.
Can't hold a good Bitcoin down. Cyflyer says LTC is up in ratio since the BTC dump. And Bitcoin Jake says the LTC happening is like 6 weeks away. It is.
Yes.
It's getting there. Real close. I am is here. He says I'm back.
Nice. I appreciate you stopping in. Amazing.
Oh, he says he's been busy building a new cryptocurrency. Details
really
later.
Nice. Well, hey, remember, I'm always giving free interviews.
Come talk to us about the cryptocurrency.
All right. So,
and Mr. Cotton is here. He says, "Can I tip you in Digibyte?"
Of course.
We accept all currencies.
Exactly. I mean, it gets turned into fiat eventually. You know, I try to hold it as long as I can, and then we purchase tickets and flyers and all of that stuff. Because, like I've said, this is not for profit. None of this goes in my pocket. I'm not making $1 off this channel. This is totally for my personal feelings of wanting to be part of the revolution and give back to the Bitcoin community. Bitcoin's done a lot for me. I'm in turn going to try to do as much as I can for Bitcoin. All right. Kimchi Premium. You guys know what that is? A lot of us do. It's what we like to call how over in South Korea, right? They usually seem to be paying more for Bitcoin. They trade a lot more. They pump the coins a lot more. Well, yesterday, Kimchi Premium was back. I mean, we haven't seen a Kimchi Premium quite like this since what, February 24th of 2018, but it was over $1,000. So this is where people really start making some money off arbitrage. I've never tried it because I'm always personally afraid of getting my Bitcoin locked up in some foreign exchange overseas. Right. And I don't really want to lose my Bitcoin because I can't prove that I'm a South Korean citizen or, you know, Chinese citizen or whatever it is for the exchange. Right. Singapore.
Yes, as you're lying, saying not a U.S. citizen.
I'm not a U.S. citizen. On the phone.
Where are you from? Oh,
floating island in the middle of the Atlantic.
I'm from Eugenia.
But it's another one of these indicators. You know what I mean? I told you guys before, technical analysis does not work for me, right? To me, they just look like a bunch of lines all over the paper.
It's like the stupid, the ink blot, like psychiatricness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can.
I mean, I look at it, I try to understand it, I can see where these people are pointing out things, but still, it really boils down to this is very speculative. This is an emerging market. There are big things that are unknown, right? That are happening behind the scenes, companies, whales, a lot of different things, right? What's happening with Tether and all of the printing. So you can't just look at a technical analysis chart and say that this is what the price of Bitcoin is going to be 6 months, 3 weeks from now. So if you're not capable of doing that, then it's a minute by minute basis. So in the overall aspect, I look for other indicators, right? I talk about Google Trends, right? Google Trends is a big one for me. The Mara multiple, I do like that one on occasion. The steam back dollar is another one, even though it's absolutely ridiculous, right? It's not supposed to be pegged to a dollar. For some reason, at the all-time high, it shot up to 15 bucks. We've seen it down below a dollar many times.
Yeah, really down below a dollar occasionally.
So when we see the kimchi premium happening again, it's an indicator to me that these markets are moving, that the volatility is back, and that we are going to be moving upwards, right? That the price is heading back there to these all-time highs and beyond. Higher highs and higher lows. Right now, if this is a low, still higher.
Right. What? Paul Rillo said he just sent a small donation to the fund.
Awesome. Thank you, buddy. See, I knew that putting a couple dollars in there just to help. It's like that tip jar. You put the tip jar out there. You got to put $1 in it to get everybody else motivated. I appreciate it, Paul Rouleau. If there's anybody else out there that is anywhere near the Arkansas area that would love to join us or like to join us, I mean, I would like company. That would be amazing. I always want to connect with you guys. I want to connect with people in the cryptocurrency space. It was one of the reasons for starting the channel, right? I was into Bitcoin. The community wasn't very big, and I wanted to interact with people.
Yeah, so we tried to do it with people that we were around, and they were just like, what? Like, stop talking crazy at me. And after a while, it's all like, oh, no.
I just remember working the Halloween Horror Nights thing and trying to get extra money for Christmas, and me and you standing there trying to tell people how it was funny that Potcoin was pumping like 200% or something crazy, and everybody's like, what are you talking about?
We tried. We've tried many times, and sadly, most of the times, it does not work. When you talk to the public outside, they're just like, what? Stop talking. Like, have you seen the Kardashians? Like, and it's like, I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about my thing. It's so much better.
Okay, so we got another topic here, right? Unless you got something in the chat?
Nope.
Okay. As we're looking at the next topic here, illegal online markets, right? One of those things that's kind of used against Bitcoin all the time. I mean, I've looked at one once, never bought anything, been starting to get more curious about it, not going to lie, thought about it. I just, the whole physical address thing is really where my problem lies,
Right, and we don't have enough, so send it to my brother's house or something,
Well, we're looking at that. We're on track to spend $1 billion this year in cryptocurrency on illegal stuff on the internet, which is going to set an all-time high, right? It's going to peak us in the situation. This statistic's coming out from Chainalysis. So those enemies that we keep hearing all of the news of, where the hack coins went and all of this stuff that's happening on the illegal markets.
There's some super Debbie counters over there, but whatever.
Pseudo-anonymity is something they are busting through. So we got 515 million spent so far. That's how they're saying that we're on track, because we're over halfway through the year, right?
Right.
And we've spent over $500 million.
I see where they're coming from.
Last year, no, not last year. 2017 was the peak, and we're looking at $872 million is what we I guess, as in people, right? Spent.
On bad things.
On bad things. I mean, they gave some sort of a list, but we're not going to repeat them because we don't want another strike.
Yeah, that's like strike-worthy, probably just the list in itself.
Then the article goes on to talk about Hydra, which is the largest dark market out there. And it's mostly used for drugs. So once again, it's
one
just
of the list of bad things. Okay,
yeah, I think you can say drugs. But yeah.
Not one.
Mostly taking Bitcoin, a little bit of Monero. Right? I don't know if I'd be wanting to use Bitcoin. I'd probably be wanting to use Monero.
Yeah, I might go Fluffy Pony way, just for a little extra.
I mean, I don't know what to think about it. It's like I'm kind of pro because, America asserting its control and the war on drugs just leads to more drugs. Right. So it's not working. The war on drugs hasn't worked for a very long time. It needs to be rethought and handled in a different situation or in a different way. Dark markets are a way to kind of force everybody to realize you can't just throw everybody in jail for having a problem. So,
I mean, it's good. It's the same. It's good and it's bad because it's like, okay, well, I mean, cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is supposed to be like, it does not matter why you are actually making this transaction. It does not care what the purposes are of the transaction in any way.
right. And that's the
So
good
that
part.
is
I mean,
good.
it shows you that, hey, you know, this person's buying drugs and this is illegal and they're doing it with Bitcoin and they're getting away with it because they're using Bitcoin. Well, at the same time, you can always scale it back. It doesn't have to be something extreme like that. It could just be, I'm fundraising money to help in a cause that's not popular. I can be donating to a impoverished country where for some, all right, like we seen, what was it? Gas, right? Gas could not travel directly to Puerto Rico after the hurricanes.
Yeah.
It had to come into a United States port and then go directly
across
because of bureaucratical stuff.
Right. Yes.
Well, that stuff also exists with money, right? It slows up the money process. And we know that after like a tsunami hits and all this other stuff, they need funding now. They need fresh water. They need people don't work for free, right? So you got to pay somebody. You got to pay somebody to run in there and start trying to save everybody, clean up the debris, start taking care of this stuff. And these things need to happen moments after the event occurs. So where's the financing that's going to happen that kind of instantaneously without the bureaucracy?
Yeah, Bitcoin eliminates the red tape.
So when it comes to these dark markets, I mean, it's we're going to see more things like this, right? They're going to be considered less dark markets and more just standard markets, right? As we start seeing countries legalize these things, right? I mean, what is it? Like some Amsterdam drugs are legal or something, right, Samantha?
Yeah.
Something crazy like that. Well, I mean,
they have been for a while.
I'm sure that in 20 years from now,
yes.
there'll be more places where other things are legal and exportation overseas is not against the law, and you'll have to be using some sort of market and buying with cryptocurrency, and it may be illegal in your country.
Ooh, Bitcoin Jake says like Argentina did. So apparently Argentina went the way of drug wars, you know.
I mean, I just, you know, everyone's young, everyone's done stuff. I've always been too broke, you know. It's always like pay the bills or put something in my nose or whatever, or smoke something or take a pill. I gotta pay those bills because I've always had a family. Like I went child to have family. Like I was 19.
Yeah.
I didn't get that time to mess around, so I don't know.
No, there's also the whole trust, you know, of do you trust, I guess, like your drug dealer, you know, do you trust the person?
Oh, right, that they're going to send you like, oh, like the fentanyl thing. Like you're going to get fentanyl and you're going to do that and think it's something else and then die because you overdosed.
Oh, dead. Yes. Yes. But I mean, I don't know, because I can see like the dark market stuff.
Don't trust, validate. You got to have one of your own little testers at home to test your drugs before you take them. I mean, I don't know. That would be me, right? I'd have to have my own little chemistry lab and everything. Make sure that what I got in the mail was really what I thought it was.
No. I was looking for purple. This is not the right.
This is not the right stuff.
Bitcoin Jake says Argentina decriminalized everything. No jail for it. If they want help, it's free, and everything can be regulated now, so it's not cut with poison. See what? Yes, like Argentina.
I mean, ultimately, everybody has choices to make.
I like that if you need help, like you can get help for free.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so like, yes, if you can't maintain or handle your shit, then
right, like you're doing too much.
Check in. There you go. Bam.
The depression got to be too much, and you started overindulging too much, and now you have a substance abuse problem. You can get free help. Kudos, right?
Yes.
That's how things should be. Because right, you're not doing drugs for no reason. Usually there's some sort of an emotional problem, psychological, something underlying issue that you're trying to fill the hole, right? Fill the void. So yes.
Right, and then because it is regulated, that right, there is no heroin, fentanyl, and it's just like, you know, wandering around.
Right.
I mean, I think there are much better ways that we could have handled it.
I think I bought bad weed back in the day. I mean...
Oh, you mean like oregano?
Not like oregano. I just mean like where it wasn't very good.
Right. Is there categories on the dark web?
Okay, Samantha. So let's move on to the next topic as we move off these dark markets. Cryptocurrency mining, right?
Yes.
Craziness. Seeing
Yeah.
all-time highs again. Now we got a company that's based out of Germany that's placed an order to get 5,000 BTC miners from Bitmain and Canner Creations.
Okay.
I don't know who they are, but I don't
Alrighty
look
then.
at who makes miners anymore. So they're coming out of Germany. They've ordered all of these miners, and it's just why, right? I mean, are we looking at the price really going up all that much more?
That's where you're
Is
actually
it
investing
motivation?
the profit, yeah.
Right now, we're looking at all-time high hash rates, and we're looking at 69 quatilla hashes per second. And we have Kevin Rook saying that this is 10 times the number of grains of sand on Earth.
It's like Godzilla's cousin, Quatilla. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
I mean, these machines are, I mean, the Bitcoin network is crunching this many mathematical problems per second.
Sands of time. And
10 times. Well, maybe that's why the market's moving. So that's why, you know what I mean? Cryptocurrency feels like it's traveling at a faster pace.
right.
Sands are moving 10 times as fast. Maybe. And there's no plans of slowing down. We're looking at Pluton, Plouton. I think that's how I'd say it. Pluton Mining. They're looking to get the largest solar mining in California online. They're going to start building a whole nother plant. So, I mean, you know what I mean? We're looking at this hash rate has never been higher. We're looking at in 1 year. So by the time you get this place up and running, the hash rate or the Bitcoin that comes out per block is going to be cut in half.
Yeah.
But yet they're still thinking that this is a good enough investment to move forward with. Because I mean, you're not buying 5,000 Bitcoin miners and you're not starting up a whole solar farm. I mean, these aren't me and you, Sammy.
Yeah.
These are millions and millions and millions of dollars to make this stuff happen.
I mean, maybe they know something we don't know. I don't know.
That Bitcoin's here to stay. That the deflationary factors of Bitcoin mean Satoshis are going to start to get to be worth something. You're not going to be like, oh, it was 10,000 Satoshis. You're going to be like, 10,000 Satoshis? Shit, that's a lot.
Yes.
We're going to have to start putting extra zeros on the end.
Oh, for the
We got to break a Satoshi down.
Right. Right. You need a Milla Satoshi. It's like a penny. Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
So what do we got going on? That about covers everything I had for the news today.
Bitcoin Jake says it's like 6900000000000.
I know. It's crazy. I mean, this is a number I've never even heard of, a quatilla hash, but I mean, and we're talking about security, right? Talk about why is a Bitcoin worth $10,500? This is why.
Right.
This is how many computers are on processing every single second, doing mathematical problems, trying to figure this shit out. So they can go ahead and say, hey, I would like to make the next block. Let me take all of you guys because I can fit you in 1 megabyte and I'll take your fees.
Let's keep on moving on. Bitcoin Jake says the Lightning Network can do sub-Toshis. Sub-Toshi. Nice.
Right? They're going to have to get the fees down.
No, I remember hearing that they were saying that they could already break it down more. And
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
I mean, you are looking at
more.
it's 10,000. It's like 8,000, 10,000 Satoshis for $1 right now. So yeah, you can break it down further, of course.
Yep, like how we were watching it. What, it was crypto, right? We were watching him just a little while ago where he had the whole, wait, was it crypto or crypto something? I don't know. Everybody blends together when we watch them. But how they had the, 10,000 or 100,000 Satoshis equals the Bitcoin. It was a lot. And then they were like 100 cents is $1. Like,
yes,
I mean, yes, you can really break that down. A lot more.
So where are we at with the time, Samantha?
Ooh, we're 1 minute over.
1 minute over. Well, if there's anything you guys want to talk about, please go ahead, put it in the chat. We'd love to talk about it and comment. But besides that, I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. I would like to thank everybody who's done everything for this channel. I mean, it has been a long road, right? Since the beginning of all of this. We love getting out here, spreading awareness. And without you guys, this wouldn't have happened, right? We've been out to 3 events so far and passed out flyers at all of them. We're starting to gear up. We're about 90 days away from our 4th event now.
Paul Rouleau just gave us our first donation for it.
Right. Thank you, Paul Rouleau. I mean, biggest contributor ever out there, biggest heart too. It means a lot to us what you guys are doing. And we just want to keep trying to give back to the Bitcoin community as much as we possibly can. So as always, there's links down below to come follow me on the other social media sites in order to make sure we keep this going. Besides that, there's a couple donational addresses. The donational address down below is for the Tally Fund. I wrote BTC dash and then just the address, so you don't have to go to the Tally Fund if you don't want to. But I would like it if you guys gave the video a thumbs up, right? It really makes a big difference because that lets people to know to come watch us, and it puts us in the YouTube algorithm where they'll put us on that sidebar so we can start getting new viewers around here. Fresh people are amazing because their questions can bring us to re-question stuff, right? And when you start re-questioning stuff, it either cements you in what you're thinking or it makes you possibly open up to new avenues. So always be questioning, always be wondering, always be stacking that Bitcoin, and remember to keep it safe, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Later.